Is buying a house fun? Right? We see it on TV all the time. I love those shows. I especially like House Hunters, like the Caribbean and stuff, because I'm always like, one day. And it looks so fun, right? They go to a house and the house is for sale, and you know, they could buy it if they wanted to, and then they get a margarita, they do some snorkeling, they look at another house, and they could get that one too if they wanted it. And then they have another, there's a lot of drinking on these shows. They go to like a dance place, like this is exactly how they dance, and then they see another house that once again, if they want to buy it, they could buy it, okay? And then they pick a house and you see the house and everyone's happy and it's, oh my God, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Lies, lies, I tell you, lies. Okay, I've been doing this for a long time, guys, and what I can tell you is that buying a home really isn't fun, okay? I can lie to you and be like, it's so much fun. It's not, especially right now, it's not. The way it goes right now is this. You race to a house, there's a line of 12, and it depends on the market. There's 12 people in line in front of you. You walk through the house, you can't buy it, it already sold. You go and you have a beer and cry in the beer. You go to the next house and you look at it and you're like, oh, this could be the one. But then 12 people behind you, and guess what? It's sold. And then you have another beer because you're crying again in this, you need to stop drinking, I'm worried about you. And then you go to the next house and you can't even get in because it already sold. Okay, that's a little bit what 2022 can be like in many markets of the country. So is that fun? No, not if you're expecting the Caribbean dancing margarita, you can buy the house experience that we've all been sold on TV. Okay, let's think about what else TV has sold us that is not fun. Childbirth, right? Okay, think about, like, we all know childbirth is supposed to hurt, but when you see it on TV, it's like, and there's a baby and everyone's crying. Okay, that is not the way it is in reality. It's not. I had 2 epidurals, guys. Two. You can do that. By the way, if you guys are pregnant and you're worried about the pain, 2 epidurals, highly suggest, okay? I know all the granola mommies are gonna hate me. I love you guys. I wish I could be you, I'm not. Anyways, but the point is, we get sold lies constantly. And the way to handle this market is to realize that just like Snow White, Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, it's a fairy tale. Okay? If you want to get a house in this market, you need to be mentally prepared, right? You need to look at this as not a fun party, but this is a deal. This is not emotional. You are going to look for a house that meets your needs. If someone else buys the house before you get it, it was not meant to be yours. Okay, that is the only way to handle this. It's kind of like dating, right? Like if you had the expectation that you were going to meet a prince, right, who was going to take care of you for the rest of your life and you wouldn't have to work, imagine how disappointing reality would be. Okay, so we've all reset our expectations, right? We've all reset our expectations, and that's what you need to do if you guys are house hunting. You need to reset your expectations and know that all the fun that you've seen on the TV is garbage. Okay, great, we cleared the decks on that. Now, could it be fun? I don't know. Let's talk about what really happens when you're buying a house so that you guys can tell me if you think this is a fun process. Okay, so you find the house. Yay, we found the house. Okay, let's say that your offer gets accepted. Congratulations, you actually may be getting a mug, especially if you're working with us. I'm thinking of creating mugs that are like, I got a house in 2022. Anyways, so you get a mug. That is fun. Now, what else? Okay, well, so you have to have your financing lined up. If you work with us, that's not stressful. We already did it. Okay, cool. Easy, fun. Okay. Well, you also have to get inspections on the house, and inspections on the house always are a little bit stressful because, you know, no matter how perfect a house is, a home inspector's always gonna find something. It's always gonna sound scarier than it is. It's always gonna make you rethink what you're doing, okay? Now, if that doesn't happen, maybe the pest inspector will find something. He'll be like, ant breakout, mutant colony, who knows, right? There's gonna be some sort of wording that as a first-time home buyer, it's scary, you know? That's why it's gonna be so important to have a real estate agent that can walk you through these reports, tell you, you know, hey, yeah, you should be worried about this. No, you shouldn't be worried about this. Who's honest and ethical, okay? Because there are some. I heard this horrible story recently. This gal called me and she's like, hey, I don't know what to do. The house has a foundation issue. They saw it on the inspections, but my real estate agent said my home warranty would cover it. Okay, home warranties do not cover that. That real estate agent was a bamboozler, okay? You wanna stay away from those people. So you really wanna talk to your real estate agent when you're interviewing them and say, hey, you know, will you walk me through the reports so I know what to be concerned about and what not? I also advise being there if you can when they're doing the inspections, because it's a lot less scary when they walk you through the house. And then you can also ask your questions. I am I am that person who's looking for everything wrong. So, you know, the last house I bought, I walked through with the inspector and I was like, you know, I'm really worried about that. Should I be worried about that? He's like, no, it's because of this and this and this. And he walked me through it and that was comforting. What else can be stressful? The sellers and the seller's agent and even your agent sometimes. So sometimes what can happen is you can go to this property that you're in love with, you're having fun, you had a margarita, you're so excited, and then you meet the sellers because they didn't leave early enough and they're horrible people. And that can really sour how you feel about a house. So it's really important, once again, that we're gonna get out of the margarita mindset that this is supposed to be fun and everyone's supposed to be our friend, and we're gonna go to the business of, I would like these 4 walls. Whoever's in it doesn't matter because they're going to be moving. Okay, let me say that again. Whoever is in it now does not matter because they're going to be leaving. Now, if you are buying it as an investment property and you plan to keep these people as tenants and they terrify you, maybe cancel. Just saying. Okay, so very important, because that's another way that we see that how buying a house is not fun. We'll see that, you know, the buyer and the seller, they have some sort of altercation over like wanting a pot or, oh my God, that was me on my first house. I wanted the potted plants that were outside. They were huge and it didn't go well. Anyways, so you don't want to do that, okay? Now, what else could make it not fun? Well, what else could make it not fun is if you're feeling pressured to do stuff you're not comfortable. So like with anything in life, you always want to step back from a situation where you feel like you're being pressured and take a couple minutes to analyze if you're being pressured in a way that's going to help you or if you're being pressured in a way that's going to harm you. If it's potentially this one, don't do it. Don't do it. You know, sometimes people will call me and they're like, you know, Jen, the real estate agent wants me to do this and this, and I can just hear it in their voice. I can hear the anxiety, I can hear the stress, and I know that they're going to be spending the next few nights thinking about it. So I walk through, okay, so what are they saying it's going to do? Here's what the risks are. This is what we need to be aware of, you know, and we talk through it. And that's what you guys need to be doing. Ideally, your real estate agent is not putting you in that position, and that when they're telling you you should do stuff, they're talking through it with you. But if not, you want to make sure you've got a good lender that you can lean on, that sees enough business, enough transactions, is not in the realtor's pocket, so that they can objectively say, I mean, I don't know about this. So those would be my top tips. But the biggest thing of all of this is that buying a house, it's not super fun. It can be really stressful, and it's going to be even less fun if you have the image of what it's going to be from HGTV. Okay, it's going to be brutal. You're going to get sad. But the important thing to remember is that you will get a house. You just have to persevere. Patience and persistence and faith are the keys to this market. So, as always, comments, questions. Did you guys buy a house? Was it fun? Am I wrong? Can it be fun? Can it? Tell me how. Tell me how. I am here to help you guys, licensed in 48 states to do mortgages, but yeah, leave it in the comments. Tell me how your home buying experience was. Fun, stressful, easy breezy cover girl. What was it? Thanks for watching, guys.